Hi, good morning. Today in the studio, I have a brand new old studio, brand new old studio. And I'm so excited. There is this sense, this feeling from the disaster yesterday of everything falling into place as they should be. And suddenly, as I pulled everything out, mopped up the water from the flood, and we're not talking, cataclysmic floods here. But the floor was, nearly all of it was flooded. So I pulled everything out, mopping up, and you know, one thing just fell upon the other as I was putting things back in place. And I thought, okay, wait a minute. Let's figure something else out because I need to have the balcony doors, right, open and available for the next flood. Wait a minute, we're crooked. so, um, so I have to make sure that the doors are open and free, so I don't have to like pull things out. And everything on this side, of course, where the balcony doors are, there's a spot in the corner that is always bringing in water. So, I mean, it's fixable. We just haven't fixed it. And it's not like we live in a place where you can just call the guy. the, the, the window balcony people to come and fix it. So we have to find the time. You know, um, if I spent time on it and really searched it out and I might actually find a solution. You get very, very resourceful living in a small place where you don't have all the options at your fingertips. So, who knows? But, I would rather be painting. I would rather be uploading these wonderful videos and communicating with you than spending time on, on my balcony door. So, anyways, I came in this morning and it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. So what's going on? A couple of things. I need to reestablish. Uh, I'm going to work on this beautiful commission that I have, and I got stuck because it's fine, and when I get the flowers in, she'll be fine, but I want her just a tad more present on the canvas, and I'm going to expand her just a tiny, tiny bit, and it may not even be that noticeable, but to me it will be. And when there is uh, a block of some kind, when it's not exactly the way I want it, I'm not open and I'm not getting a connection. And if I'm not getting that connection, if this isn't flowing, the painting will just sit there until I do something about it. Kind of like this studio experience flooding yesterday and me pulling everything out. And now I had to put everything back in, and I rearranged things like these shelves where I'm sitting right now, which is this little corner, right? And it works perfectly for still life setups. It works perfectly to put my laptop there when I need a photo reference to work from. It's at the perfect height for me because I'm almost always standing when I'm painting because I need to move. I need to move. And so, like, everything just kind of fell together. And the thing is, I had thought about doing it this way when I brought this big piece of wood in that I stole from a countertop with these cabinets. It was sitting on top of these two cabinets, so I brought the whole thing in and used the cabinets to put my stuff in. But as you can see, underneath, everything was blocked off. And in order for me to get underneath was really difficult. There wasn't very much space and it was cumbersome. And so, I didn't like it here. It felt like it was just closing off this tiny space as it was already. And I just had this idea of putting one of the cabinets underneath this table that I'm sitting at, right? This little round table that I have that my mom decorated and created and painted on. And it's beautiful. I love it. And so, and then I took the table bottom and, which is a wire frame and it's wide enough to hold the wood and it's got everything open underneath. I mean, I have a place to put my little garbage bin. Everything just works beautifully now. So I am really, really excited. So my work today is to burn some incense, which I just did, and it's all over with. But anyways, I don't have an incense burner because I hardly ever burn incense, but I found this little packet of sandalwood. I love sandalwood, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I forgot that I had them, and so I pulled it out. And because I don't have an incense burner, check this out, right? I stuck it in that like blue tack stuff. It works great. Being resourceful. Because where are you going to find an incense burner on the island? Not going to happen. So this blue tack stuff works great. It works great. So I also found stuffed in my stuff this feather that I had gathered from the beach, and I tried to make a quill pen out of it. I cut it up and did a YouTube video on it, and it actually writes, which is pretty cool. So I smoothing out the feathers here, and it's really fun to write with where you have to dip the pen into the ink and write and dip and write and dip, and it slows down the writing process even more, which slows you down even more. It is actually more meditative for me. I mean, other people won't agree with that. And so I am going to do some writing and and just my stuff, right? Another thing is I ran across a friend of mine, an artist friend of mine, uh, who uploaded this word apricity, Apricity. It's a noun. And I love this word. I had no idea that this word existed, but it it is the warmth of the sun in winter. I mean, isn't that cool? What a beautiful word, apricity. Um, the warmth of the sun in winter. I don't know. It just blows me away that there are words for things like that, and how little I know. Um, about so many things, obviously. But, like I had no idea there was a word out there like that. How exciting. It was just beautiful to find. So thanking my friend for uploading that. I have also um, I have to do a couple of demo videos of how to paint like hills in the background and ways to create uh, uh, background hills, because you can't get detailed in the backgrounds, you can't get too uh, uh, I mean, how do you the colors have to be toned down and pushed into the back, and there are tricks to doing that, of like not creating little trees, but with a brushstroke creating the trees. So you're simplifying and generalizing, but also when you step away, you know what you're looking at. So how do you actually do that? And I'm going to do that little video today for my class. And I've got other things to do uh, also for the class, doing some more filming for some other things that we're moving on to with our new limited palette. I've got my paints out and ready on my brand new old palette. So I'm really excited. Oh, and look, like I hung my so I can film it. I mean, everything just came together much better. Um, and the only thing that I have to test is with that um, this here, right, is another thing that I'm using for my for this other little camera that I use for my palette, and I had trouble in the other setup that there was a glare on my palette, and maybe now that it's further away from the window and from the door, that that glare just won't be there. Wish me luck. I hope. I hope. I hope. I hope. So we'll see. And I don't know. I might actually do a little Reiki session in here, and I kind of like get everything energized and fun. And yeah, I don't hardly ever use I I did the whole Reiki thing, the Usui um, Reiki master. I mean, I am at the third level there, so um, but I honestly don't use it that much. I might pull that in more into this creative flow. It's like yoga. When I'm practicing yoga and meditating, it's all basically the same thing. And even when I'm journaling, there is that flow happening. You can just feel it coming through you, and I love it. So that's what I'm going to do today. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is I'm recording this because my live stream was just super, super, super slow. So sorry I'm not there to communicate with my morning people who come and join me in my little tiny studio on this little tiny island. I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, everyone. Okay. All right.